Introduction: Leaders don't speak more, they speak heavier. If you're listening to part 2, you already understand one thing. Leadership is not about sounding smart. It's about sounding certain. In part 1, we talked about why leaders don't rush their words, why they avoid weak phrases, why confidence is felt before it's heard. Now we go deeper. Because real leadership communication is tested when pressure is high, people are confused, emotions are unstable, decisions are unpopular. This part will teach you how leaders speak under pressure, how to remove insecurity from your language, how to sound authoritative without sounding aggressive, how to command respect without asking for it. This is not about pretending. This is about becoming internally solid, so your words naturally carry weight. Chapter 1: A leader's voice is calm, not loud. Most people think leaders speak loudly. That's wrong. Weak people raise their voice to feel powerful. Leaders lower their voice because they already are. A calm voice signals control, confidence, stability. When a leader speaks slowly, people lean in. When someone speaks fast, people tune out. Compare this. Crossmark weak communication. I think we should maybe try this approach because it might help us. White heavy checkmark leader communication. This is the approach we're taking. No extra words. No emotional padding. Leaders don't rush to be understood. They trust that their words are enough. Chapter 2: Stop explaining before you're asked. One of the biggest communication mistakes is over-explaining. Over-explaining is not clarity. It's insecurity disguised as logic. Here's the rule. If you explain before someone questions you, you are unconsciously seeking approval. Leaders do this instead. They state the decision. They pause. They explain only if needed. Example. Crossmark weak. We're doing this because I thought about it and here's why it makes sense. White heavy checkmark leader. We're doing this. I'll explain if you need clarity. Authority comes from structure, not volume. Chapter 3: Leaders don't say, I feel, they say, I decide. Emotions are human. But leadership language is decision-based, not emotion-based. Weak language sounds like this. I feel like this isn't working. I feel unsure about this plan. Leader language sounds like this. This isn't working. We're changing the plan. Leaders may feel doubt internally, but they don't broadcast it. Not because they are fake. Because people follow certainty, not honesty without control. You can acknowledge emotions later. First, you give direction. Chapter 4: The leader's tone: neutral, grounded, unmovable. Leadership tone is not soft, aggressive, emotional. It's neutral and grounded. Think about someone who knows they are right. They don't argue. They don't oversell. They don't react. That's the tone. A leader doesn't try to win conversations. They set the frame. Practical habit. Breathe before speaking. Speak one sentence at a time. Stop talking when the sentence is done. Silence is not weakness. Silence is confidence with patience. Chapter 5: How leaders speak under pressure. Pressure reveals who you really are. Under stress, weak communicators panic. They blame. They overtalk. Leaders do the opposite. They slow down. A leader under pressure says things like, "We'll handle this. Here's the next step. I'll take responsibility." No emotional overflow. No dramatic language. People don't follow your words. They follow your state of mind. If you stay calm, they calm down. If you panic, they panic. Chapter 6. Leaders use questions to control direction. Leaders don't ask weak questions. Weak questions. Do you think this is okay? Should we try this? Leader questions. What's the solution? What's blocking progress? What's the next move? Every leader question does one thing: right pointing backhand index. It moves the conversation forward. Your questions should create clarity, not confusion. Chapter 7. How leaders give instructions. Leaders don't beg. They don't threaten. They are clear and specific. Crossmark week. Please try to finish this as soon as possible. White heavy checkmark leader. Have this done by 6 p.m. No emotion. No apology. Clear instructions are respectful. Vague instructions create chaos. Authority is not about dominance. It's about precision. Chapter 8. The strong leader apology. Leaders apologize differently. Weak apology: I'm sorry if you felt bad. That's not an apology. That's self-protection. Leader apology: I was wrong. I'll fix it. No excuses. No emotional manipulation. That's why leader apologies build trust instead of reducing respect. Chapter 9. Leaders don't engage in useless talk. Leaders avoid gossip, complaining, constant negativity. Not because they are cold, but because language creates culture. What you repeat becomes reality. Leaders speak with intention. Every sentence sends a signal. We're moving forward. We're not confused. We're focused. Chapter 10. Daily practice to sound like a leader. This doesn't change overnight. Daily habits. Remove I think and maybe. Speak slower than normal. Stop explaining automatically. End sentences confidently. Pause after speaking. Leadership is built sentence by sentence. Closing: leadership is a state, not a voice. Your voice doesn't make you a leader. Your inner certainty does. When you're clear inside, your words slow down. Your tone stabilizes. Your presence becomes heavier. You speak less. But when you speak, people listen. That's how leaders talk.